My name is Trinity Johnson. I'm a sophomore and I go to Farmington High School. Most of you know me. I play basketball and my dad's the coach and he's back there. Hey, Dad. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so my story is long. So right now, we are in off season for basketball and it is very hard for me because I just refuse to want to work hard, and I find it very hard to get motivated to want to be at practice every day. And because it's April and we really do not start season until November, that's a huge gap of a bunch of months that are long. And practices are very long and they're tiring, and I really just half the time do not want to be there. Sorry. I get in trouble a lot, and basically because my attitude sucks, and I tend to roll my eyes very often, and it makes the coaches very angry, and I get pulled aside all the time. Listen, you really need to fix your attitude, you really need to try a little harder, you really need to run your sprints a little faster, but I really just don't feel the motivation to want to do that, and I'm very stubborn, so I refuse to do that, and it's basically an everyday cycle, and that's not cool. So a couple weeks ago, my dad pulled me into his office and was like, all right, this is the last time I'm pulling you in, and you really need to fix it now because we're getting really close to where we need to know who's going to play this summer and who's going to be on varsity, and we need to know that we can count on you. And that's hit hard, and it really hurt my heart a little bit. But right before, he was like, okay, I don't understand why you have all these gifts and all these talents and you do not want to use them. And he talked to me for 15 more minutes, and I honestly could not tell you what he was telling me about because I was not listening. And yeah, okay, so in Ephesians 2:10, it says, for we are all God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So basically, all of us have been given gifts and talents from the Lord, and our sole purpose on this earth is to use them for His glory. And our gifts are all very, very different, but we all use them for the same reason, which is to glorify Him. The end of this verse says, for which God prepared in advance for us to do. And to me, a gift is just a gift, and it can be taken just as easily as it's been given to me. So I know that I could wake up tomorrow and go to practice, and I could injure myself, I could tear my ACL and be out for the season, but I know that my identity isn't just in basketball. And your identity is not just in your sport or in your hobby or whatever you do. It's not in just that, but it's in Christ Himself, and I think that's just really important. Okay, so in 1 Peter 4:10, it says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in various ways. That was a lot of words, and I'm sorry, but okay, so it is necessary that I exist because I have gifts and talents that nobody in this room has. And it is necessary that you exist because you have gifts and talents that nobody else has. And the world needs you to share it to them. And all of us have been given very different platforms to share our gifts. Mine right now is basketball. But unless I grow a foot and a half, 10 years from now, I'm not going to be playing in the WNBA, so it's not going to be basketball. And I love that I am a part of CSF, where everyone is invested in so many different things. But I think it's very important for you guys to know that you need to use your gifts and abilities the way that the Lord intended for you to use them. And I encourage you to not make the mistake of not using your gifts and abilities right now and regret not using them later.
Was somebody encouraged a little bit by what was just said at all?